What happens when cult horror gets reimagined through comedy, major franchises quietly recalibrate, and legacy horror finds a new voice? Before we jump in, quick shout out to today's sponsors. Over at GRUV, don't forget Perfect Blue hits December 23rd in a limited edition 4K release, one of the most essential animated features ever made, finally getting the premium treatment it deserves. And at Fanatical, winter deals are rolling. You'll find deep discounts on games like Resident Evil 4, Monster Hunter Wilds, and rotating star deals dropping every 48 hours. Check the links in our articles and social feeds at HMU NCUT. Now let's get into today's stories. This is The Final Cut, your daily pulse in horror. I'm Travis, and today we're talking about Amy Sedaris and Paul Dinello reuniting for a warped reimagining of the Wasp woman, the M3GAN universe quietly hitting pause, and Mike Flanagan steering the Exorcist into a new era with Scarlett Johansson and Jacobi Jupe. Let's dive in. First up, if there was ever a Roger Corman deep cut begging for a strange character-driven overhaul, the Wasp woman might be it. And Amy Sedaris and Paul Dinello are exactly the minds to do it. The pair behind Strangers with Candy are officially reuniting for a comedic reimagining of Corman's 1959 sci-fi horror oddity. The original film tackled vanity, aging, and science run amok through the story of a cosmetics mogul who injects herself with a queen wasp enzymes with predictably monstrous results. Dinello is set to write and direct, and while casting hasn't been announced, he's already said Sedaris was his immediate inspiration for the lead. That alone tells you the tone: fearless, physical, uncomfortable, and likely hilarious in a deeply unsettling way. With Radio Entertainment, Shout Studios, Roger Corman Library, and longtime collaborators behind the scenes, this isn't just a remake, it's a collision of cult histories. Old school exploitation filtered through modern alt comedy instincts. My question for you guys is the Wasp woman better served as horror, comedy, or something dangerously in between? Let me know your answers in the comments ahead. Next up, Universal has officially pulled Soulmate, the M3GAN adjacent sci-fi thriller, from its January release slot, and the film is now being shopped elsewhere. Directed by Kate Dolan, the film centers on an AI android designed to help a grieving man cope with loss until the love bot becomes lethal. Originally billed as part of the M3GAN universe, the project now seems to be quietly distancing itself from that branding. This move comes after M3GAN 2.0 underperformed compared to the original, despite a bigger budget. Meanwhile, Blumhouse and Atomic Monster are still riding high on Five Nights at Freddy's 2, which just posted massive box office numbers. The takeaway: studios are recalibrating. Horror isn't slowing down, but the way franchises expand is being scrutinized harder than ever. My question for you guys is, should Soulmate stay connected to the M3GAN universe or stand on its own? My personal opinion, I think it should probably stay with the universe and maybe see if they can kind of get the same type of reaction The Nun and Annabelle did for the Conjuring universe, but we'll see. Looks like they're going in a different route. Let me know what you guys think. And last but not least, Mike Flanagan is officially moving forward with the new vision for The Exorcist, and it's shaping up to be one of the more intriguing genre reboots in years. Jacobi Jupe, fresh off of awards attention for Hamnet, has joined Scarlett Johansson in the film, which Flanagan has made clear is neither a remake nor a sequel. Instead, it's being positioned as a fresh, standalone take on possession horror. Flanagan is writing and directing, producing through Red Room Pictures, with Blumhouse and Universal backing the project. Principal photography begins in March. After the misfire of Exorcist Believer, this feels like a course correction, one rooted in character grief and psychological horror rather than franchise noise. My question for you guys is, does Mike Flanagan feel like the right filmmaker to redefine The Exorcist? Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments ahead. Today's take, as mentioned earlier, horror is in a moment of recalibration. Cult films are being reimagined by voices who understand their weirdness. Franchise expansions are being reassessed, and legacy IP is slowly being handed to filmmakers who actually respect the material. That's not contraction, that's correction. Which story interests you the most today? The Wasp Woman Reimagined, Soulmate being shopped, or the casting update for Mike Flanagan's Exorcist? Vote now on Spotify. And as always, if you got breaking horror news or story we should be covering, DM us at HMUNCUT. Your tip could be featured on tomorrow's show or an upcoming episode. That's it for this hump day edition of The Final Cut, your daily pulse in horror. Once again, I'm Travis. Follow us at HMUNCUT across the socials. Check out the full coverage at HMUNCUT.com. We'll be back tomorrow with more insights, more updates. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Make sure people know about the show. Spread the word. We'll be back tomorrow. Until then, you guys know the drill. Keep the lights on.